Hi, this is Daniela Barboza, and I'm commenting on a comment from a recent post in Freakonomics about the Wall Street Journal and economists and autism, and particularly on why the Wall Street Journal isn't free online. On my blog, there's a little bit more about that. But this is in direct response to a PhD student that left a comment, as you can see here. And one of the things they said is they have access to Factiva for free, which is something we do provide to the business schools at a different cost point. And that it was a really pain to read news that way, and great for searching but lousy for browsing. So let me show you what we've done recently to address that. Okay, so let me show you some of these newsstand features. So it's Sunday morning, and I logged into my newsstand, and I have access to a lot of publications, top-tier publications in this format. So let's go ahead and just start with the Wall Street Journal. So here I'm looking at the front page. Obviously, it's Sunday, so there's no Sunday version of the Wall Street Journal, but yesterday's version's up here online. If I'm looking at the front page, I can click View All to view more. And what I'm going to do is just click on Edit. And by choosing Edit, I can choose what section of the newspaper I am looking at. So now I'm looking at the front page, but maybe yesterday I happened to miss the money investing articles. So I can go ahead and just click on it and click on the full text, click on the headline to get to the full text. So you can see here I have a whole bunch of publications. I do the same thing for the San Francisco Chronicle. So today happens to be Sunday, and I don't have a print version of that today. But if I want to read the Sunday date book, I can go ahead and do that. And I can set up these sections preset so that when I log in, they're the same. So the Mercury News obviously is important to me because a lot of the customers that I deal with are in the San Jose Valley. And then I have the New York Times, which I love to read, and I can even browse through the different sections that I might be interested in. So if I'm interested in the book review or museums, maybe I'm going to take a trip to New York and I want to see what's in the museum section of the Sunday Times, I can. And obviously some of that is available also online. But what you don't get is you don't get the ability to see it all in one page. So I have the Washington Post, I have some trade journals, and then I have some editor's choice articles, which are handpicked by Factiva editors. But one of the things is I'm going to Orlando next week. I have a sales conference, so maybe I want to see what is going on in Orlando. I can very quickly add that newspaper. So what I'm doing is just basically browsing through the newspapers that we have, and we have 10,000 sources, but a couple hundred are available in this format that you can choose to put in your newsstand. So what section would I want? And I'm going to go ahead with the default section, which is the front page, and I'm just going to add that to my page. And it's very easy, so that when I'm done with Orlando, I can maybe add it to something else. Maybe next week I'm going to Seattle, and I want to add the Seattle newspapers, and I can do that. So now I have the Orlando Sentinel, and I got my front page, and I can basically keep an eye on it and see what's going on next week. So when I'm in town, I can either talk to my customers or talk to other people in the area about what's going on. So this is basically the new format of the newsstand, and it's very easy. So maybe I want to move that over to the center section. I can go ahead and do that, and I'm building my newsstand. So people say that, it's a little harder to read if you're just searching the newspapers, but we do offer interactivity from a browsing perspective.